So hey guys, here's the deal. I don't know if you figured it out or not yet, but a lot of us are gone this weekend. We are down in Atlanta at the National Youth Workers Conference, and we are missing the heck out of you guys, and we are disappointed that we're not going to be able to worship with you. But we want to do what we could to help you out, to make sure things went as smooth as possible. So here's what we did. I was trying to think of a way that we could make sure we got the computer stuff on point, and I was going to actually type a Word document on the computer. Maybe you can see it right there. I started, and then I thought, man, that's just going to be too big of a process. So what I did is that, as you can tell, I decided to make a video. So here's what the video is going to show you how to do. Basically, I'm just going to show you how to set up the Mac computer to record the message. And I think it's probably easier to do this way than any other way. So I'm in the office right now, and if you want to, you can watch me as I do this. I'm going to grab the computer, and we're going to walk out to the gym, and you can watch as I set it up. It's pretty easy, actually. I'm just grabbing it right now. And we're off and walking. We're going, and this is obviously a makeshift, but we're just gonna make do. Plugging her in, and basically here's what goes on. The power cord goes on the bottom, underneath, or in the back sometimes, but it's going right there. Plug it in just so you have power. You can use whoever's Mac is possible. I think maybe you will use Pat's. But there's a computer, there's our board, so we're set. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go grab one more thing. So other than the computer, the only thing that you need to make this work is to have the cord running from the board to the computer. So usually what I do is I store that in the front of the bag of the computer, which I guess I'll leave right here in the office. But it's right there. And this is what it looks like. Just a mic cable, or an instrument cable, I guess, got the end. The only thing that's important is that it has this prong on it. That's the adapter that puts it in the computer. So pretty simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that and I'll show you how to set it up. So here we go. If you can watch me do this, I'm going to take the end that has the computer adapter on it, and I'm going to put it in the side of the computer, and it could be on a different computer, but you want that little symbol right there, not the headphones, but the other jack, and it's just going to pop. We'll put it down. It's going to pop right in there. Bam. Just like that. So at the other end of the cord, you got your instrument cord. You're going to run it into the board, and that's your connection. So we're going over the board, and what you're going to do is you're going to run through the mono sum, which is up on the top right. I'll give you a back out view. It's right there, and it's right here. I'll give you a picture of it. There it is. So we're just going to put it in there, and that establishes the connection, and that's the only thing you need to do as far as setting it up. So other than that, I mean, it's pretty easy. The way to control the volume obviously is a little different than what it's been, so I'll show you how to do that in a second. But what we're going to do is we're going to the computer now. And so we're on the computer, and we're going to use the Mac. We use a program called GarageBand, and believe it or not, use a little icon down at the bottom. It's a guitar, so I'm just going to click on that. And it's going to boot up for a second. There's my Twitter page, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, @AndrewSteven. Thinking. We don't want to do that, so we're just going to cancel that. Canceling. So what you want to do is you're going to come up to the top. The focus is bad, I realize, bad camera. But you're going to go to File and New, and it's going to bring up this thing right here. And from these options, you're going to choose the top one, Create a New Music Project, and it's going to bring up this. And this is just where you then name the file. So what we're going to do is I'll just name it. Usually I name it Crossroads space, and then it'll be 11.22.2009. So we'll just do yada 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 for now. And then you just hit create down here at the bottom. So give you a shot of that. Crossroads Media. You can save it wherever, it doesn't really matter, we'll find it later. But create, and it's going to start it. So we're just waiting on it. Oh, there it goes. So we're just creating a track, basically, which is really easy. You want to exit out of this little piano and come up to the top. And you're going to go to track and do a new track down here. So track from the options up top, new track. And it's going to bring up this dialog box, which says you want to do you want to use a software instrument track or a real instrument track? And we're going to use a real instrument track. So click on that and then again hit create. And so it's going to bring it up right there. And then what you're going to do is select this grand piano up top. There's 2 of them now. Select it, make it green, and then go to track. Well, actually, then hey guys, so we got cut off last time. I don't have a big memory card on my camera, so that's what was going on with that. But here's part 2 of it. Basically, after you've created your new track, which says no effects, you need to delete this track up at the top that says grand piano. And so what you want to do is just click on that. You can see my mouse going right now. I'm going to click on it and it'll highlight it as green. And you want to delete it because we're not using that. So what you're going to do is click track again and come down here and do delete track this time. So it'll disappear. And so our track that we're going to record on is no effects, and it has a little speaker right there. So that's what we're doing. So once that is plugged in and that's set, when there's input, like there's sound, and it actually can be guitar, it can be any mic, whatever it is, you're going to see that bar light up, and that's just the indicator. And that'll tell you that you're getting a feed on it. The other thing, you can watch it down here, and there's another one right there. It's going to show right there. So you have a couple of places where that's going to appear for you. But that is pretty much it. And when you want to record, you're going to come down here to the red button, obviously. Just click record, and we'll start making that noise. And that's just your measure. It's counting it out for you, and obviously a metronome. And when it's recording, you're going to have this red showing that it's recording, and as the voice or the music spikes, gets louder, you're going to see it feed in here differently. But that's where that is. And to control the volume of that, you can do a couple of different things. Like if it's not loud enough, you can come up here to this little guy and bring them all the way over to the loudness, or you can even go down here to the recording level. I'll let you get a peek of that. Take it all the way to the right. Or the only other thing to do would be to go to the board, and there's actually a control just for monosum. It's right there. I'll put my finger on it and back out so you have an idea where it is. So there's the place where you record, and there's actually where the chord's going in. But you want to come down here to the monosum, and you can adjust it that way from the main levels. And then obviously you're just going to keep your controls here like you would generally. So yeah, I think that's it. If you have any questions, you can call me. My number is 828-342-2845. You can text me, or I don't know. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we won't worry about it. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but I appreciate you guys for doing this. I think that's probably about it. And yeah, and once, I guess I should say this. Obviously, all you have to do when you're done is just save it. Save it, excuse me. And you can just come up to the GarageBand icon right there, and you can come down here. Oh, sorry, it's going to be on the Apple. No, it's not. It's going to be under File, sorry. And, well, I guess I'll need to stop it. We'll stop it, and then it's going to turn purple. We'll do File, and then you can just do Save or Save As. And then I will come and we'll figure out how to get it off, and we'll put it up on the internet. And it will go into iTunes and go into the blog.crossroadsboone.org, and we're set. Thanks, guys. We miss you. We'll see you soon.